Hi, welcome to Club Fed True Stories. My name's Sean, and I'm doing a video about RDAP because RDAP just opened back up. I got off the phone about an hour ago with Dr. Coulter Rodriguez, who is the RDAP coordinator for the camp that I served time at, the federal prison camp in Florence, Colorado. Had a nice little conversation with her. She's always told me before I left the prison to check in with her and let the staff know how I'm doing. Now that I'm out of prison, had a real nice chat. I'll get into all that in a minute. So I got some good news for you guys. Programs are starting to open up. So yeah, so I'm here at my range. This is pretty much what the range looked like when I was at Florence. The only difference is these are bunk beds. We didn't have bunk beds. We had two. We just had beds. There wasn't. Sometimes there was a bunk bed in the first cubicle, but then the rest of them down the row here, they'd just be twin beds, one on each side. But the same color, gray walls, everything. Man, boy, this brings back memories. This is what a camp looks like. Definitely different than a penitentiary. So we call these ranges. So I'm playing around with my new little editing software here. So let me share a couple things here with you guys. Let's see if this is on here. So I'm going to go live here in a couple hours. I'll send the notification out to do it. I tried it yesterday. I kind of screwed it up. There's a 20 or 10-second delay, but I'm going to go live here. I got 1 o'clock here in California. It's Monday. No, it's Tuesday the 19th, 2021. So in about 2 hours, I'm going to try to go live and answer questions. I got a lot of subscribers. I'm getting a lot of phone calls, emails. I probably talked to 20 different people from this channel that are facing prison time, and I know there's a lot more out there that are watching. So hopefully you subscribe. You'll get a notification I go live, and I'm going to try to do a live thing more often, maybe on a regular basis. As soon as I learn how to work this equipment out, guys, I've been locked up in prison for a few years, and technology it got ahead of me, so I'm learning. So if you don't know what RDAP is, well then why are you watching this video? No, you probably saw RDAP and you hear all about it. RDAP can give you a year off your prison sentence. You also get another 6 months at a halfway house, and the reason they give you the 6 months at the halfway house is because you have to do what's called aftercare, or it's also called TDAP, which stands for Transitional Residential Abuse Program. So anyways, it's aftercare, and you got to see a counselor, a one-on-one once a week, and you have a group counseling once a week. So you got 2 groups every week for 4 months, but they give you 6 months. So that's the aftercare program, and that's why they let you go to the halfway house. So that's a 1.5 years off your sentence. You got to have 37 months or more to get the year off. If you have 24 months, if you have a 2-year sentence, you can get 6 months off. And then if you have a 3-year sentence, you can get 9 months off. And then if you got 37 months or more, you get a year off. I think that's it. Anyways, don't quote me on all that, but you guys probably know that much anyways. So 24 months to 30 months is 6 months off. 30 months to 36 months is 9 months off. And 37 months or more is a year off. And you always get the 6 months halfway house. So if you're doing a 2-year sentence, you'll get 6 months halfway house and 6 months off for the RDAP. So you'll get a year off. The thing is, you need 9 months to complete RDAP. And here's the thing now, it's taken a year for RDAP. So you need a year to do the RDAP program. So if you got a 2-year sentence, you're barely going to have enough time to do RDAP. You need to go to prison the day RDAP starts so you can get it all done. But the good news is the doctor told me they're working with people like that. Instead of trying to cram it all in a year, I mean, they will give you extra classes to do so you can get it done in 9 months. They're working with those people. All right. So this is news that most people don't know. that the RDAP program is modifying it and working with people. So I looked up, I'm on the BOP website here. This is a really good website. This is the part about substance abuse treatment. And here's a typical RDAP class. Let me show you mine. Here's mine. These are my guys. This is in Florence. This is a group I graduated with. There was about 25 guys. We had 100. We had 90 people in RDAP, and each class can be 25 to 30 people. They can hold up to 100 if they have to. They always keep like 10 extra beds in case somebody comes in with like a 24-month sentence and they need to start RDAP right away. They usually have room for them, and they'll let them start a little late, and they'll have them do like extra duty classes to catch up, which is what they're doing now. So this is our graduation picture, and I got to know all these guys really good. So these are what campers look like. And let me take you back to the RDAP page here. Let's see. So I'm still learning how to do this. I switched it back. Let's go to share this thing again. And what's it say about RDAP here? There's other classes too. There's a non-residential drug abuse treatment program. This is 12 weeks. I took that as well. And if you take that, that can give you more time credits for. So there's the First Step Act is allowing you to take program credits and turn them into halfway house time or home confinement time. So this is so for every 10 days of program, for every 30 days of program, you get 10 days of credit to go to apply at the halfway house or home confinement. So let's say you did a program that lasts a year, like you did welding. Say you take the welding program and it takes a year. You're going to get 4 months credit that you can get out of prison early with to go to a halfway house or home confinement. To get home confinement, you got to qualify for home confinement. How do you qualify for home confinement? You got to have a home. You got to have a home with a landline, because they're going to hook stuff up to your landline phone. So a lot of times they'll hook a camera up to it. They're going to put an ankle bracelet on you with a monitor range hooked up to your landline phone. They're going to call you like every 2 hours. And if you don't answer that phone, the marshals come and get you. Or you better have a good excuse why you didn't answer that phone. You better be lying there dead. Also, they're going to have you look into the video camera and check in every 2 hours. They're also going to have an app hooked up to your cell phone where you could pan the camera and show them that you are really in your house. And you pan it and you show the marshals who call you up, or the probation officer, whoever's checking up on you. And this is about every 2 hours. And this is all through the middle of the night, 2 a.m., 4 a.m. It's like a count, but you're at your house. So home confinement's not everything it's wrapped up to be, but it's a lot better than being in a prison cell. And I'll do more on home confinement in another video. But you can trade. So let's say you took the welding class for a year. You'd get 4 months credit to leave early to go to halfway house or home confinement. So this non-residential drug abuse treatment program, it's 12 weeks. So the 4 weeks. So there's a free month you can get out of prison. There's the RDAP here. There was one more, the drug abuse education class. I took that one. That one was 90 days. So there's another 90 days. So I don't know. There's another 20 days you can get out of prison early. This residential drug abuse program, RDAP, okay? And there's a list of RDAP locations, because if you qualify, you got to find a camp or a low or a medium that has RDAP. They don't have RDAP in the penitentiaries. They have some kind of drug courses, but most of the guys wait till they move down to a medium. RDAP, also, if you have any kind of violent crimes, RDAP doesn't accept you. So most of the guys in the penitentiary do not qualify for RDAP. But here's a list. Let's zoom this in a little. These are all the residential drug abuse programs, RDAP and their locations. Okay? So I'm on the BOP.gov website. So you guys can, it's a really good website. All kinds of stuff on here. I'm going to do a few videos about this website. It's just packed full of free information, guys. So here we go. There's 84 RDAPs at 72 locations. RDAPs in red are at the same facility. So what they mean, so there's 84 RDAPs at 72 locations, because some locations have 2 RDAP programs running. They'll have one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So all these ones, like Miami, they have 2 RDAPs. Montgomery, Alabama, 2 RDAPs. Seaganville, Texas, 2 RDAPs. Lexington, 2. Morgantown, I don't even know what state. West Virginia. A lot of these I don't even never heard of. Alderson, West Virginia. Fort Dix, it says NG. Oh, that's New Jersey. Okay. So you know, there's none in California for a camp. Now here it says Dublin. There's 2 in Dublin, California. Those are women's, and there might be a low and a medium in Dublin. I think it's all women. I think there used to be a low for men, and now it's both women. Anyways, that's where the women go. If you're looking for RDAP in California at a camp, there is none. There is a Herlong, California. According to this, it has RDAP. Lompoc has RDAP, but that's for the low and the medium. And then you're going to Phoenix. So if I was in California, I ended up going to Florence, Colorado, because I was going to a camp, and I had to find a camp that had RDAP. So I searched on this website, and I had a good friend in Colorado Springs. Hadn't seen him in a while, and I was the best man at his wedding, and we were really close. And so I went and spent a week with him before I turned myself into prison, and my buddy drove me to prison, dropped me off. And now we're friends, and I've known the guy all my life. So I made a little vacation before I turned myself in. That was 4 years ago, guys. So that was the last time I partied, 4 years ago. I've been doing the clean and sober thing now, and RDAP worked. The drug program I went before prison worked. You know what I mean? And I got to stay clean and sober, guys. I don't want to go back to prison. I'm still got 2 years federal probation left. Finished my first year. I got out about a year ago. Things are going good. So there's if you're going to a camp and there's none in California, Sheridan in Oregon has 2 RDAPs. I know there's one in the morning, one in the afternoon. It's saying Terminal Island in California. Now they have RDAP, but not at the camp. Not at the camp. That's probably the low or the medium. The only camp in California that has RDAP is for women, and that's Dublin. If you're a man, you got to go to Sheridan, Oregon, or Arizona. I suggest Florence, Colorado, because the RDAP's a great program. And like I say, I just talked to the lady there who runs the program, and she gave me all kinds of good information about what's going on. So there's 2 kinds of inmates right now. There's quarantine inmates and non-quarantine inmates. So the quarantine inmates are staying in their range, and they do get to go to chow at a separate time. So they got to mask up. They go to chow. They eat their food. They come back. The chow hall is cleaned. And then the non-quarantine inmates go to chow next. And the non-quarantine inmates have a pass. They get to go walk the track. They can go to the gym. They can go to the law library. They can go to church services. And it's limited on what's open because RDAP's only been open like 2 weeks, she told me. They just opened up. Today's the 19th, so I think they opened up the first Monday of this month. And even there's levels of quarantine. So there's certain inmates that have to stay in their range on quarantine, but then there's the ones who test negative for the virus, but they're still on quarantine, and they can go to the TV room. They can check their emails. They can kind of mingle a little bit outside of their range, but they can't really can't leave the building yet. But they can go to RDAP classes. So the RDAP, the way they're doing the RDAP now, instead of there used to be 100 guys in one room every morning for an hour. It's called your community meeting, and that's where you go up on stage and you're going to pull people up and you're going to read the news. And we used to do the menu, and we used to play a game for an hour, and we did all these activities, and it's a big community session. They're not doing that. They're doing it in little groups now. Then you had your small group, and that's where there's usually like 10 or 12 of you with a counselor, and that's where you get the hardcore stuff and you really open up, and it's a group therapy. Then you had your workshops where you work out of your workbooks, things like that. So they're doing the workshops, they're doing the small groups, they're doing different kinds of small groups. They're not doing the big community thing like she used. She told me it's not the RDAP that you're used to, Sean. We've had to modify it. We've stretched it out for a year. We are working with the people that have to get it in and out within 9 months so they can go home on time. And they're doing like double groups is how they're working with that. So I'm going to go live here and answer more questions in a couple hours. I just wanted to make a quick video because I haven't been doing the videos a whole lot. And I'm working on that, guys. I've kind of been, I don't know, in a slump. I don't know, man. Bear with me, guys. So anyways, that's a little bit about RDAP. Catch me live in a couple hours. I'll make the notifications. I'm still learning how to do this. I hope this helps. And please subscribe, hit the like button, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.